Namaste friends. So, today, we'll discuss the geography. So what are the geography contents, and at the same time how the map is there. As you can see here, our India map is there. At the same time, world map also there. As you are seeing on board. Okay, now so we have the tagged two maps are there, right? So that means India and at the same time world map also there. Okay, now so what I am telling here is the world, the total world can be classified into 7 continents actually. 7 continents. That is Asia. So Asia is the biggest continent in the earth. On the earth, in the extension I am telling. In the extension, Asia is the number 1 positions occupied. Okay, now at the same time Africa, next is the Africa, next North America. First one Asia, next one Africa, then North America, and then South America, and come to downwards Antarctica and Europe, Australia. So the last one is the Australia. So 7 continents. So the world can be classified into 7 continents. Can be divided into 7 continents. So one is the Asia, that is the very biggest continent in the earth, on the earth. So next one no Africa. In the next extension, Africa. Third one is the North America. Fourth one is the South America. And at the same time, fifth one is the Antarctica. So sixth one, Europe. And last one, it is a small continent on the earth, is nothing but Australia. Okay, now? So that is the 7 continents. At the same time, what are the important topics we need to understand? That is very important. In geography, mostly you need to study the Indian geography, particularly Indian geography, at the same time physical Indian geography. Physical Indian geography. So Indian geography is nothing but how many states in India and how many union territories in India. That is the geography, normal geography. At the same physical geography. Physical geography means mountains, river systems and lakes, heritages. So these are come under physical geography, etc, etc. So now come to the first one, India. So how many states are till now? Till now, as of up to date, we have 28 states are there. 28 states. At the same time, 8 union territories are there. Recently, Indian government actually, before the division of Jammu and Kashmir, are divided into 2 union territories. I am telling that. That time only 29 states, 28 states. At the same time, we have 9 union territories are there. But Indian government passed a bill in Parliament. So we will discuss that political science next later on. So Indian government passed the bill. From 26 January 2020 onwards, the map the Indian government is considered as 20 states and at the same time 8 union territories only. Why? Because they reduced it from 9 to 8 because of Dadra Nagar and Haveli is there. 1 union territory is there before January 26, 2020. Dadra Nagar and Haveli, at the same time Daman Diu. So they unified, central government unified these 2 union territories as one union territory. That is why as of now, up to date, we have 28 states. At the same time we have 8 union territories are there. So that is the geography. And at the same time, what are the important topics in this? That is very important. See, as you can see here, so particularly we need to understand, we need to focus on that capital cities. Capital city is important. For every state, capital cities are there. Important, you need to study capital cities. At the same time, union territories capitals are very important. And at the same time, each and every state, the bordering states are important. For example, now Andhra Pradesh is there, Telangana is there. Now what are the Telangana bordering states? That is important. Maharashtra is there, At the same time, Andhra Pradesh is there. Next one, how many states are there? And Maharashtra is there, Chhattisgarh is there. At the same time, yeah, these are so 5. Karnataka. These are 5 states touched by the Telangana state. At the same time, Andhra Pradesh also. How many other states touched the Andhra Pradesh? That is the bordering states, I am telling. So that means Tamil Nadu touched. At the same time, Karnataka touched. Next one, Telangana touched, and Odisha touched. Isn't it? So these are the. So that is what I am telling here is we need to understand and we need to focus on the. So all the capital territories, all the capital cities of every state at the same time. The capital cities of union territories at the same time. The bordering states for every state. That is very important. You need to focus on that. You need to focus. At the same time, the 82-degree, the longitude, which is passing through exactly 5 states of India. That is like this. Okay na? So this is the horizontal. This is the horizontal and this is the vertical. So that is vertical, 82.5 degrees. That vertical line passes through India, 5 states. Okay na? That is also important. At the same time, so Tropic of Cancer, which is exactly passing through India, that is 8 states are there. So how many states? That is also important. You need to focus on that. Every location also important, friends, as far as the UPSC syllabus is concerned. Okay, now you need to focus on that. This is the total India. And at the same time, when you come to world geography. And so before we are going to the world geography, you need to focus on that river system also. In the river system, physical geography I am telling you. In physical geography, you need to focus on that river systems, important. Mountains are there. How many mountains are there in India? That is important. So especially Himalayan mountains, which has covered India. Himalayan mountains, Hindu Kush mountains in Afghanistan only, and that is the Himalayan mountains, especially Himalayan mountains. Okay na? Araval ranges, plateau is there. We have plateau and plains are there. Ganga plains is there, Yamuna plains is there. Different plains are there. Okay na? Ganga, Godavari, Krishna. These are the rivers. And the same mountains, Araval ranges are there. Shivalik ranges are there. Okay na? Shivalik ranges, Himalayas, Karakoram ranges. Ranges are there. Okay, Ladakh ranges are there. In Himalayan itself, we have different types of ranges are there. Ranges is a series of mountains. That is the ranges. So when you are discussing that Himalayan mountains, we have Karakoram is there, the top level in Himalayan mountains. So that means Karakoram, Ladakh ranges, okay na, and especially least level we can see the Shivalik ranges. The bottom of the Himalayan mountains. At the bottom you can see the Shivalik ranges for the Himalayas. So this is the Himalayas. Araval range, the western part of India. That means it covers the Rajasthan area, Rajasthan, Punjab area. Okay, and these are the areas. And the same time, a river system is there, isn't it? So rivers means Ganga is the very longest river in India. Brahmaputra river also, second one largest. Yamuna, Godavari, that is Krishna, okay na, Brahmaputra, okay na, Tungabhadra. So these are the river systems in India. Okay na, plateau. So what is the plateau is there, right? Plateau, so a little bit difference is there. Plateau islands. Island is nothing but the total area covered by the surrounding area, the total area covered by the water, that is called island. Okay na, that is island. Peninsula, India is the one peninsula country. So why? Because means 3 sides water is there, but that means the southernmost Indian Ocean is there. At the same time, eastern part of India, so eastern coast, we have the Bay of Bengal. At the same time, western coast, we have the Arabian Sea. So that means India itself is called peninsula because of 3 sides water is covered, 1 side is land covered. That is why India is called as peninsular country. So this is the what I am telling here is we need to focus on that. So capitals of each states. At the same time, union territories or capital cities also important too. At the same time, their locations and their bordering states, that is also very important. West Bengal and Assam, these are the bordering states important for West Bengal and Assam states. That is why, and you need to focus on that. And the location is also important. How many states are passing through the Tropic of Cancer? At the same time, how many states are passing through the vertical line? That is 82.5 degrees centigrade. So that is very important. Okay, now. And next one, when I come to the world geography, we need to focus on that. Every continent also. Very biggest continent is anything but Asia. Just now we discussed that one. And next one, in Asia, so Asia in extension is the very biggest continent. But whereas come to the number of countries in the continent, the highest countries covered in Africa only. So 54 countries in Africa. That is the topmost continent. I am telling only number of countries, not in the extension. In the extension, Asia is the biggest. In the countries, number of countries is nothing but the highest countries in continent is nothing but Africa only. So 54 countries in Africa. And the same next one, Asia. No doubt at all. So 49 countries covered. And 44 Europe and North America and South America. Okay, then Australia, like that. So particularly, so when we discuss that world geography, continent wise, every country is needed. At the same time, you need to focus on every country, and then their capitals also very important too. The capitals and how many mountains are there? What are the mountains in the particular country? And what are the mountains? River system also. We need to focus on river system. Every continent river system is important too. At the same time, the extension is not important too, country wise. And river system. At the same time, mountains and so desert areas also very important. We need to focus on that desert areas. Okay, na? So this is the very important. And grasslands are there. So some continent grasslands are there. We need to focus on that. Okay, na? Grasslands, etc., etc. When you discuss that Asia continent, so many mountains are there. Very top level mountains also there. So it's nothing but in Himalayas, the biggest, that highest peak on the earth is nothing but Everest peak. You know very well that. You might have seen in degree level also, in intermediate level, etc., etc. 10th level especially. So, see, Everest is the highest peak, 8,850 meters highest. That is the highest. So that is covered in the Himalayas mountains only. So next Hindu Kush mountains in Afghanistan. Next Salman ranges in Pakistan. At the same time, so Pamir Plateau in Pamir Plateau it covered between the Afghanistan and the Tibet region. That is China. So Pamir Plateau is there. Taklamakan desert, very important. Taklamakan desert in China. That is. So Irrawaddy rivers is there in Myanmar. Okay, now. So we need to Mekong River also is in Laos, between the Laos and Vietnam. Mekong River is there. We need to focus on every river also. Every, not only this and that, every river is important too. Okay, now Yellow River is there in China. That is also we need to focus on that. South China Sea, how many countries in South China Sea, and how the geography of Japan, how many islands are there. So we need to focus on that. Okay, now. So very, very important these are. And at the same time, lake, when I discuss that, lakes, Balkas lakes are there. Baikal Lake in Russia. At the same time, Balkash in Kazakhstan. Lake Balkas. So Kazakhstan. So Australia, Russia. Russia is there, right? Russia and Turkey, next Tajikistan and Azerbaijan and Georgia. These 5 countries are considered to be known as the transcontinental countries. Transcontinental countries. That means some territories it belongs to Asia, some territories belongs to Europe. That is why they are called as transcontinental countries. As far as the UNO is concerned, as far the UNO means United Nations Organizations is concerned, they are telling that these 5 countries are called as transcontinental countries. Transcontinental countries. So that means some part is a part of Asia, and some part is part of Europe. That is why they are called as, these 5 countries are called as transcontinental countries. Okay, na? So that is the Asia, particularly Asia. And when you come to the Africa, highest mountains, Atlas mountains are there. Atlas mountains. Okay, na? River Limpopo river. Nile river is the longest river in the world. Longest river in the world is nothing but a Nile river. Largest river is nothing but in the world, that is Amazon. Amazon is the largest. Longest means nothing but in the lengthwise. When you discuss that in the lengthwise, if you discuss the lengthwise, that is the longest. Longest means is nothing but Nile river only. So largest is nothing but the total extension. That means length and breadth. It covers the length and breadth. That is the largest. Largest is nothing but Amazon river. Amazon river is located in Amazon forest in Brazil. That is South America continent. So Africa. In Africa, Atlas mountains are there. Sahara desert is there. Okay, na? Sahara desert is the biggest desert in the world. Okay, na? So that is Sahara desert is there. Rivers, different types of rivers in Africa. So that is. And next, when you discuss that Europe, in Europe, you know, many rivers is there. At the same time, many mountains are there. So highest mountains in Europe is nothing but Alps mountains are there. Alps mountain, Switzerland, it covers the Switzerland, Germany, France, etc. In between it covers. So Alps mountains are there. In the Alps only Black Forest is there. It covers here and near in there, Germany area. Okay, na? And Carpathian mountains are there. Carpathian mountains, eastern side of Europe. Carpathian mountains are there. Next one. Okay, na? These are the very big. Okay, na? One. Next, Balkan mountains also there. Eastern part. Carpathian mountains, Balkan mountains. These are covered in the eastern part of Europe. At the same time, Baltic Sea is there. Baltic Sea, North Sea. Next, English Channel is there. English Channel is nothing but between the UK, United Kingdom, at the same time France. We have a English Channel is there. Okay, na? So North Sea, just above that. North Sea is there. Baltic Sea is there. At the same time, Gulf of Bothnia is there. In the Gulf of Bothnia, it covers Finland. Okay, na? Sweden, Norway, it covers. So different types of countries are there. Their capitals also we need to study compulsory. You need to understand, you need to focus and study also. That is very important. Okay, na? Mountains, etc. And when you want to discuss that these things, North America. So we have a Rocky Mountains. It covers between the Canada and USA. Rocky Mountains are there. Very big mountains. Rocky Mountains. Next, Brooks Ranges. Ranges is little bit highest. The means mountains. When you discuss the height is very low, but ranges are there. Means series of mountains are there. That is called ranges. So the Brooks Ranges in Alaska range, the beside part of Alaska area of USA. Okay, na? So these are the main. Next, 5 types of lakes are there in between Canada and USA. 5 types of lakes are there. So means Superior Lake is there, Lake Erie is there, Michigan River is there. Okay, na? This is the type of lakes are there. 5 types of lakes are there. Okay, na? So very important. You need to focus on that. Rocky Mountains, Brooks Ranges are there, Alaska Ranges are there. Okay, na? Very important. Okay, na? This is the main thing. Next, South America. When you want to discuss the South America, so South America many countries are there. Especially main important here is biggest mountains in this. What is that? Andes Mountains. Very biggest mountains in South America. Andes Mountains are there. Atacama Desert is there in Chile area, Chile country. Chile capital is Santiago. Okay, in Santiago region we can see the Andes Mount is there. The same Atacama Desert is there. Patagonian Desert in the eastern part of South America, southern part of South America, we have a Patagonian Desert. Okay, now Buenos Aires, nearby Buenos Aires. Okay, now Argentina area. So different types. At the same Brazil country, very biggest country, the top 5 countries in the world. Brazil also there. So in Brazil, Amazon river is there. Amazon forest, Amazon river in Amazon forest. It is the largest river in the world. So this is the total. Next, last component is anything but here Australia. So Australia, different types of ranges are there, rivers are there, and at the same time deserts also there. Okay now. And so what are the deserts? That is the Great Sandy Desert is there. Greater Sandy Desert. Gibson Desert is there. Great Sandy Desert to Gibson Desert to. At the same time, next Great Divider Range also, the eastern part of Australia, Great Divider Range is there. Next, at the same time, Great Australian Bight is there. The southern part of Australia, we can see Great Australian Bight is there. Okay now. So Tasmanian Sea is there. It is covered between the New Zealand and Australia. That Tasmanian Sea. Okay na? So these are the total continents and so the deserts and lakes, rivers, at the same time mountains. This is the very important. You need to focus on that. We discuss everything. So next, you need to focus on that their capitals. That is very important. It takes much time to study. Okay na? So I will discuss that later on. Okay na? So when you start the class. Okay na? Okay na? Just to only we are discussing. We not briefly. Only we are discussing next to here and there only. Okay na? What is the important? What are the contents there? That is only we are discussing. That's it. So from tomorrow onwards we will discuss very lengthy in briefly also. So that is the main thing, friends. Okay na? Next important friends. సో మళ్ళీ ఇంకొకసారి నేను చెప్పాలనుకున్నాను ఫ్రెండ్స్, మీరు మనం కష్టపడే దాన్ని బట్టే ఉంటుంది ఫ్రెండ్స్. ఎప్పుడు కూడా మనం ఒక్కటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి, కష్టపడితే ఫలితం ఆటోమేటిక్గా వచ్చేస్తుంది. కష్టపడాలి. ఎప్పుడైతే కష్టపడతామో ఫలితం ఆటోమేటిక్గా పరిగెత్తుకుంటూ వస్తుంది మన దగ్గరికి. మనం ఎత్తుకున్నాకల్లా ఆటోమేటిక్ పరిగెత్తాలి. కష్టపడితేనే ఫలితం దగ్గరికి. వెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ హార్డ్ వర్క్, then automatically you can get the result. No doubt at all. And definitely I am giving the statement. If you hard work, automatically you can get the result.